Hey guys, welcome back to Clash with Corey. Thanks for coming to hang out with me today for another Clash of Clans video. If any of you guys are new to the channel, smash that subscribe button, turn on that notification bell. Today's video, we're going to be talking about miners at Town Hall 10. We've been covering miners a lot lately, and that's because they're really strong, They're working well at Town Hall 12, working great at Town Hall 11, and they work really well at Town Hall 10 as well. So I got three very different miner attacks to show you guys today, and hang around for the last two because those are great examples of how to use miners versus bases with damaged CCs, dragons, baby dragons, Valks, all that sort of stuff, because, you know, miners are not just for hound bases anymore, because honestly, we're not seeing that many bases with hounds in them anymore. So I'm going to show you guys how to get it done no matter what's in the CC. Let's go.
Nerf this.
So the main strategy for miners, the main thing that you want to accomplish is to narrow the base into a smaller path for the miners to get through effectively, because that way you have more miners in that area doing more damage more quickly, and that way you can use your heal spells more effectively as well. So all the miner attacks that you guys are going to see, Town Hall 10, 11, and 12, all the successful ones, all the well-performed ones, they're going to use a combination of heroes or siege machines or sometimes other troops as well to narrow the path for the miners, and you're going to see evidence of that on all three of these attacks I'm getting ready to show you guys. Now this first example, we got a pretty spread out base, so obviously we're going to need to thin it out for miners to be successful, and Hilda's going to do just that. This is also the only example that I have to show you guys that actually has a hound in the CC. This is the only kind of CC where you don't really have to deal with the CC. Every other type of damage CC, you're going to have to deal with the CC with the Queen Charge. We'll see that on the last two attacks. So Hilda's actually going to, first of all, she's going to set a funnel over here with a few loons, take out this archer tower, and then she's going to send her stone slammer straight in at this mortar, and knowing that it's going to follow in this mortar, archer tower, cannon, archer tower, all the way in. And if we take out those, because of this dead space right here, we've already thinned that base quite a bit. Now she's going to send her heroes down the other side to thin in the other side of the base, so that this path that you guys are seeing right here is going to be really the only path that these miners have to deal with. And when you look at the overall width of the base, she's definitely going to successfully narrow that base for the miners to get it done. Brilliant execution by Hilda on this one. Let's watch it go down. She starts out the attack. She must have had a few troops space left over with a few archers around the edges, grabbing some free percentage and starting to try and you know, get rid of some of those buildings. You can't wait for the archers to do a lot of work though, because you know, you don't want to risk having a time fail. Granted, miners are going to get through this one with plenty of time left over. So there we go. Those three loons came in just like we talked about, took out that archer tower. That way, that stone slammer was definitely going to go from the mortar to the archer tower to the cannon. There's really nowhere else for it to go. It's going to be fighting a sweeper a little bit after this, but look at this. Look how much this base has already been narrowed. Boom. Those miners are not going to stray from there. Very nice. We got heroes on the top side, just like we talked about, thinning out that side of the base as well, sending in all the miners to a very thin section of the base. Now, worth noting, most of you guys probably already know, but if you don't know already, usually when there's a hound in the CC, there's going to be a loon with it as well, and you can kill that loon fairly easily as long as you place that poison properly. Good idea to bring the max poison in your CC, because it will take that loon out a little bit quicker, slow it down a little bit more than your maybe level 4 poison that you could have brought would. So good idea to take a max poison for that one. Now, those loons are getting delayed by the sweeper a little bit. If you know, with a little bit better place haste to fight that sweeper a little bit better, honestly, those loons could have taken out this wizard tower and probably the single target as well, leaving very little for these miners to have to get done. But she had a ton of heals with this raid, so, you know, the miners are going to get it done. She's keeping them healed up through the base. She killed the loon with the poison. Those heroes are still moving around outside of the base, taking out all that trash up north at noon, so the miners just going to crush this base. Also worth noting, there's still a lot of folks running air skellies, 1, 2, or even 3 air skellies, and anytime you don't have all 3 of those skelly traps set to ground, that's going to help your miners get through that base that much quicker, because, you know, skelly traps on the ground do slow down miners. So right now we're still seeing a lot of those set to air, and that's another thing that's making miners so powerful right now. Now let's check out this next example. Like I told you, the last two are going to have damaged CCs, because I'm guessing most of you guys, most of the time, are going to be facing damaged CCs. That's just the way it is in this meta. Take a look at this. This guy's got a crazy base, and one of the features of it is that it's already kind of thin, which is nice if you don't count all this trash out here, but you still got to thin that trash for the miners. And also, the CC is going to be lurable from this mortar, so she uses 1 or 2 hogs on that CC to get that CC lured out. There we go. We got a baby dragon, a Valkyrie, we got an ice golem, all stuff that you got to take care of before you can start your miners. So use a little 3 healer queen walk, no rage necessary because that poison slows them down, and that queen's going to be able to get those guys taken out. No rage needed. Very nicely done. Now the queen walk on that side with those 3 healers is also going to be able to funnel this side of the base, narrowing the path for the miners to move through it. But that's not enough. We got a ton of trash out here on the bottom side too, so she's going to use her king on this side to narrow this side of the path for the miners, so the miners have a nice little runway to run down, focusing their damage, getting those defenses taken out quickly, and also making it easier to concentrate your heal spells, get more value out of each one of those heal spells. So very, very nice plan on this one as well. Gonna pop that king ability. Of course, every time you pop your king ability, it's almost inevitable you're gonna run into a giant bomb that's gonna roast all your barbarians, but hey, what are you gonna do? That's just kind of the way it is. But look at this funnel being created. That king's out there still doing some great work, and every single one of those miners is inside the core of the base working on those defenses, which is exactly what you want to happen. If you can do that, thin out that path, keep your miners concentrated in the core, working through those defenses quickly, you're gonna have a lot of success with miners. And very nice. Now that queen charge up there only needs 3 healers because the miners got in there pretty quick. If you're just running a queen charge around the base, she's taking full fire from those defenses. 3 healers not going to be enough. But if you get you wait for her to funnel the first few buildings, and then you immediately get your miners in there to support. She also had a wall wrecker come in, helping tank for that queen a little bit. And that's why on these queen walk miner hits, a lot of times we're able to get away with 3 or only 2 healers. Your timing's got to be there. You get the miners in there quick enough that they are tanking for the queen while she's sniping those outside buildings and outer defenses that she can reach. And it's just a nice symbiotic relationship. Miners tank for the queen does some tanking, and a lot of funneling for the miners. So very nice. It's obviously wrecked. That queen is still very healthy, has all 3 of her healers. We still got plenty of miners running around, and yeah, base is wrecked. Very nice 6-pack with miners by Hilda. Now we're going to go check out our next miner attack. Going to be a different strategy, yet it's still going to be a queen walk miner. Actually, it's going to be a queen charge miner. 29. This one's going to be thrown down by GoldenEye. Shout out to GoldenEye. He had a brilliant Town Hall 10 war base in our last playoff match as well. Defended better than anybody else's war base did this war. Man, this guy makes some pretty killer war bases. So yeah. Now this one, he's going to be thinning this out, but instead on the last ones we were thinning it from the edges. You know, we're thinning both sides, send a miner through the core. With a queen charge miner attack, a lot of times you can send your queen right into the core and leave a thin path around one side of the base so that she's still working next to the miners. But since you're charging her in, you got to give her some more healers. I believe he's got 4 healers on this queen charge. And, you know, you will come up with a nice thin path for the miners eventually. And you're going to see how this is going to work out. It's very nice. Now, on this one, I think he could have used a wall wrecker. I might have preferred to use a wall wrecker unless he was looking for a timing issue and getting through that gold storage there, because it is taking fire from... We got some black bombs it was soaking up, which is nice. You soak up those black bombs for your healers. That is a definite benefit because you're going to save those healers' lives as the queen's stepping in there. So I can see where that was probably a little more beneficial over that wall wrecker. Got a P.E.K.K.A. in there as well. I love the P.E.K.K.A. with this Ice Golem defensive meta because it is so much tankier. By the time the freeze wears off, so a lot of times your Valkyries are already dead. In this case, the P.E.K.K.A. still alive long enough to finish beating through that wall. Now I'm going to pause right here so I can show you where this funnel is being created. Like I said, he charged the queen straight into the core on this one, and he saved his king to go around the outside of the base, picking off these trash buildings right here, which will leave. If you count what the queen's already got and what the king's getting, look how thin this path is for the miners. Look how thin that path is that's left. And mind you, this king is going to keep working around the outside of the base too. Because once again, the miners are going to be tanking for him. He's going to be tanking for the miners. They're both going to live a little bit longer as a result. And also, we've still got this queen charge going stronger. She's got this wall opened up. Look at all this stuff she can reach in here. She still has her ability to pop. So we're going to have the king working on one side, the miners working through defenses, and the queen working on one side of the base, all at the same time. So it becomes a very effective push through this base. Right now we got the king tanking for miners. Still have to heal him though because they hit a giant bomb. Now the king does go down, but we still got the queen charge going strong, and we've got miners going strong as well. Still have 2 more heals to use on those miners as needed, and that'll come into play if they come into either a lot of defenses hitting them, or splash damage hitting them, or giant bombs, which we just saw go off. Now queen's working on a wall right now, and that's fine because that's going to save her ability for a little bit longer. Nice utility freeze there, freezing 3 high value defenses, single target inferno, bomb tower, archer tower, that otherwise were all locked onto those miners. Now the queen breaks through. She's going to be able to, well, I don't even know if he's going to need to use her ability because this base is wrecked. But, you know, if he did need it at some point, he did have that to call on as well, but it's just not going to be needed on this one, because this base is already wrecked. So there you guys go. 3 very different miner attacks. You know, first one was a Houndaloon CC, which you still might see once in a while. Second one, we were drawing the CC out to the Queen Walk, dealing with the CC with that Queen Walk with just a poison and healers. And on the third one, also dealing with the enemy CC. It was a damaged CC, but this time dealing with it with a queen charge, charging that queen straight into the base, using 2 rages for her and 4 healers, because, you know, you're asking a lot more of her by charging into that base. You have to support her a little more, but at the same time, she's going to do more work. She's going to take out more defenses, going to create even better pathing for those miners. So upping it to 2 rages and 4 healers is a good investment if you're charging that queen into the base. Sometimes you might even use 5 healers, you know, just depends how much you're asking of her. And 3 heals left for those miners on this raid. So there you guys go. 3 very different miner attack strategies, because, you know, every base is different. All the CC comps are different. So I wanted to give you guys plenty of options to pull from for, you know, good examples and ideas to use on whatever base you might be facing. That way you guys can crush it just like Hilda and GoldenEye did on these 3 attacks. So if you guys are new to the channel, if you haven't already, smash that subscribe button. Also, check out the details below my videos when you get a chance. In there I have links to all of my social media that you'll see up at the top of the screen, including my Discord server, which is the best place to get a hold of me, easiest place to hang out with me. You know, message me, I'll answer it, it's cool. Also, more importantly, WHF Family Recruiting Discord server. Family is recruiting max 12s, 11s, and 10s, but right now especially, we're looking for Town Hall 11s, guys. Heroes offense have to be maxed, defense close to max unless you're a tier 1. If you don't know what that is, don't worry about it. Most of the time looking for max bases. So Town Hall 11 especially. Hope to see you guys in my Discord. Hope to see you in WHF's recruiting Discord server. And either way, I'll definitely see you guys in the next video.
Nerf this!